Hi everyone, looking at more quadratics. This time, every number in here is a multiple of 2. Over here, every number is a multiple of 3. So they look like they're harder questions, and that sometimes tricks people when they're getting it wrong. Let's have a look what we can do. If I divide this one by 2, I can divide that one by 2. Every term gets divided by 2. Each of these are called a term. They're separated by an addition or a subtraction. So now it turns into just x squared and 7x plus 10 equals 0, and it's as simple as all the ones we've been doing before. Watch how quickly I can do this. Two numbers that multiply to 10 that add up to 7, everything's positive. So two numbers that multiply 10 could be 1 and 10, could be 2 and 5. Just a check of which one adds up to 7, that's 2 and 5. So I've got to have two brackets again. How can I get an x squared and x times an x? How can I get a 7, a 2 and a 5? How do I solve those? Something times something else being 0. Either this has to be 0 or that has to be 0. So you'll hear me saying the same things over and over. If I take 2 from this side, take 2 from that side, it's x to the minus 2. Take 5 from that side, take 5 from that side, x to the minus 5. And all the time you could have done this so much simpler. The simple trick is the opposite of that number there is that one there, as long as this is 1. If it's a 2, which is coming, or a 3, it turns them into halves and thirds, but we'll look at that later. So the opposite of the plus 5 is a minus 5, as long as that is a 1. So this question, usually for me, if I put multiples of 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, etc., people muck up just so much more often. It's like they think, can't do it, can't see it. So if I divide this one by 3, that one by 3, it just adds that extra element to questions, even for year 11 and 12. So that becomes a 1x squared, that becomes a 1x, and that becomes a minus 2. Now back to this here. The negative tells us that they have to be different signs. So how can I get a 2? Only way I can get it is a 1 and a 2. And one of them has to be negative. If I make that one a negative, minus 1 plus 2 would be 1, and that's the correct answer. So here we go. Two brackets again. You get an x times an x will give you an x squared. A 1 times a 2 would give us 2. One of them has to be negative. Which one has to be negative? That gets a negative and that gets a positive. The other shortcut trick is, if this is a positive, the larger of those two numbers gets the positive, because the 2 will have more effect than the 1, so it will turn the sum or the difference into a addition or positive. So now I've got the x minus 1 equals 0, x plus 2 equals 0, and I've got x equals 1, or I've got x equals minus 2. Thanks for watching again. Please press like and subscribe, it's helpful.